going on, everybody? I just wanted to show my 180-gallon tank. I haven't posted any vids or pics or anything, so just thought it'd be cool to give this a shot. This is a 180-gallon mixed reef tank. Probably have about 50 plus varieties of different corals. I'm running two JBJ R15 pumps. Do awesome job. See if I can get some of that wave. I mean, the water rocks pretty good, and that's with one fairly low and one fairly high. I do have pretty decent collection of fish. Mini tang, naso, banded butterfly, got my yellow tang, sailfin, I got a couple clowns, various varieties of chromis and damsels. I do have dragonet that's been doing awesome. He's actually eating frozen food as well as a red scooter blenny that I see eat frozen as well. I do try to supplement my pods so that they have something to eat well. You know, I'm not feeding them the frozen, but they're doing absolutely awesome. It's a mixed reef, like I said. It's primarily SPS. That's just because that's what I like. I've had this tank probably running just over a year. And most of these corals have only been in here maybe 6 months plus. I did have one other saltwater tank before this one. It was a 90, and a lot of this stuff came out of that tank. So some of it's a little bit over a year, but for the most part, a lot of them are probably like 6 months. This bird's nest was a neon pink bird's nest until I put it under my LEDs and it turned neon green. Seems to be growing really well. Just changed colors. I think I liked it better as the pink, but it's interesting to see how your LEDs will change the colors and stuff of your coral. It's my plate I've had for a long time, since I had the 90-gallon. Since I put it in this 180, it's really has been super unhappy. Still got some flesh on it. I think it's still alive, but I can't seem to get it in a happy spot. Maybe it's too much light for it. I'm not sure, but this plate seems to be super happy. So until it dies and it's only a skeleton, I'm not going to take it out. I've had lots of corals that people thought were dead or were gonna die, and I throw them in my tank and they come back with a vengeance. So I'm going to wait it out, see what happens. So my LEDs I switched to from T5s. These are the Ocean Revive Arctic T247s. Very happy with these lights. Although I do think I want to get a fourth one to minimize some of those spacing, as well as over here you can see where this bird's nest is reaching for the light versus just kind of growing all the way out. So I'm going to bring the light further over here, as well as over here. It's pretty dark, so I'm going to do what I can to minimize that. Probably need to get in here and start fragging out some of this flower petal Monty. Starting to overgrow and shade some stuff, so probably gonna take care of that. This is under my tank. It's a nifty little switch, so I can turn stuff off and turn things on fairly quickly. It's a Rubbermaid trash can auto top off system. So my skimmers definitely needs to be cleaned out pretty badly. my T5 plant lights for my algae broke, so I currently have this little shop light and some LEDs over it. It does seem to be growing the algae, but not quite what I wanted. Return pump is the JBO 15,000, I believe, controllable. Thing is awesome. I love to be able to control how much flow I'm bringing from the sump. I've been super happy with the JBO products, and as you can see, I mean, everything's pretty much thriving. A few things that aren't, you know, that Duncan back there, it was covered in mushrooms and it was actually starving the Duncan out, so I moved locations and tried to peel as many of the mushrooms off that I could, and it seems to be opening back up and getting happy again. This Hollywood Stunner was actually got stuck under the dirt, so it kind of bleached out just from not being able to get the light. But I fragged this thing, man, like 5 or 6 times, and that was last time I fragged it with like a quarter size left, and it's just growing like crazy. Lots of cool pieces. Jason Fox jack-o'-lantern. Cool little acro rock. Started putting all my acros on since I was successful with growing 1 and 2. Decided to get a few more and see how they go. Got any tips or anything for me, please go ahead and comment. Definitely not any kind of master when it comes to reefs. I've just been extremely lucky.